morning, good evening. Give me a second, give me a second. It's Tuesday again. Oh, let's see if OBS it's working. Alright, it's working, right? So good morning, good evening, good afternoon everybody. This is Mike, the FX Boss, broadcasting you live on YouTube and the other streaming platforms. Welcome to the Forex Trading Course 101. Remember, I'm looking for traders, everybody. No, it's not a joke. Alright, and what's the goal? The goal is to bring you from zero to a millionaire trader in 3 years, on average in an institutional way. What does this mean? You're first an analyst, then you become a trader. And if you want the free ebook, everybody, so we have here the, I believe this is the manual. You can receive the free manual, everybody. If you don't have the free manual, send me the email on mikefxboss@gmail.com. A simple email, just boss, send me the manual. Alright, everybody. And if you want the free ebook, you know, the little book of trading secrets, which talks about a lot about psychology and journaling. So maybe this is a little bit advanced, not for the beginner, you know, beginner analyst, maybe too soon. But anyway, you know, it's for free. And to get the free ebook, please visit the website www.fxbossfx. Alright, everybody, so you're going to graduate from this course when number 1, you have your charts set up and ready for trading. Number 2, you have your strategy in place. You understand why you win when you lose. You understand how probabilistic thinking affects your strategy. And number 3, you have a complete understanding on how this market works, so you can analyze the market and make an educated prediction. Today we are going to work on 1, 2, 3, everybody. Today the market structure trends. The market wave, it's the most important lesson of the Forex course 101. Okay? Meaning, if you don't get this right, then it's going to be a mess, you're going to suffer, the market's not going to be clear. That's the bad news. What's the good news? It's the understanding of the market wave, it's a learnable skill. Make sense, everybody? Nonetheless, risk disclaimer, this stream is not trading or investment advice. We're here to learn. You know, for homeworks and questions, you can send me emails to mikefxboss@gmail.com. Connect on Teams. It's still education, FX passion, everybody. And what's new today? If you want to take advantage of our beginner trader deal, sign up with Darwinex Zero with the discount code FXBoss and get the FXBoss book. How to find your edge in trading, or the recording of or our past courses, everybody. Online courses, Fibonacci Mastery, it's happening right now. You know, the Learn How to Hedge as a Pro, US dollar index course, how to understand risk, and so on and so on. There are about lazy way to cryptos. You know, there are about 7 courses. You can get those for $50. But when you sign up, please send me an email, because I cannot know automatically that you have signed up with Darwinex. Alright? All good? Alright, everybody, that being said, so the account so far from last week, it's like this. We talked about monthly bands, right? Alright, everybody, that being said, so the account. So I told you that this year I'm going to trade the demo account with you, okay? And it's going to be the demo because we don't take between one class and another. So we are buying Euro GBP monthly bands, we are shorting AUD JPY monthly bands, we are shorting Euro JPY monthly bands, we are shorting NZD JPY monthly bands, and we are shorting USD JPY monthly bands. And now today we're talking to you. Hello Marcos, yes, all good. And we're talking about you. AUD CAD, maybe, give me a second, which one would be interesting? Euro New Zealand, some Euro dollar, maybe. Euro dollar, alright, Euro dollar, right? Most of you love Euro dollar. Okay, and I'm going to remove drawings. Do it with me, everybody, if you didn't build the charts yet. So I am on the monthly chart on Euro dollar, and I have the upper band C and I have the lower band. So I'm going to right click sync in layout and right click sync in layout. Okay, And I'm going to go now on the weekly chart, and I'm going to double check if there are the, give me a second, there you go. All right. Any questions from the previous lessons? Any questions, everybody? So we talked about, in the previous lessons, we talked about how to conform a trend, right? Remember? How to determine the trend, how to conform a trend, and so on and so on and so on. And we talked about that the trend is a sequence, right? If I have a high, next, so in a downtrend, next must be a low, next one must be a lower high, next one must be a lower low. So it's a sequence, right? And we talked about that. How can I spot relevant highs and lows? You know, so this is the relevant high, and then this is the relevant low, and we've learned that those in between, when you chart, those in between, Alexander, those in between are not the same, makes sense? Okay, those are irrelevant. Now, how the market moves, what is this phenomena, which is the foundation of price action, in any way you look at, you can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex too. It's called the market structure trends, or a different vocabulary, it's called the market wave. Okay? So we have an up market wave, it's same vocabulary, everybody. Okay? But I use up market wave rather than market structure trends, because then we tend to confuse the word trends. Okay, up market wave and down market wave. So we're talking about market structure, technical market structure trends. Okay, why? Because it wave in trends. I'm going to show you, explain to you market structure trends. Okay, so when you see somebody talking about, somebody of my guys talking about the market structure trends, he's talking about, or she's talking about, really about the market wave. Okay, now very slowly, remember, before, so it's an upgrade of the knowledge. Before you can understand and chart, yes Julius, give me a second. You know, before you can understand and chart in the correct way, everybody, you must get good as an analyst, skilled in charting and understanding. This was last week lesson, everybody, that not all highs and lows are relevant. Okay, the circles are the relevant highs and lows, the rectangles, the yellow one, are not relevant highs and lows. Okay, it takes some time to really grasp and understand this, and we talked about that this is where you lose money. You're not a trader yet, you're an analyst. You're going to grow into a trader in about 1 year, 2 years on average, you know. So this is where you lose money. Makes sense, everybody? Because you're trading patterns that are not there. Okay, if you would short a downtrend, whatever, the circular levels are where the stop loss should be. Boss, can you repeat please? Yes sir. If you would short a downtrend, and the downtrend is defined by the circles, if you would short the downtrend in the yellow rectangles, the stop loss must go, or should go, on the circular highs. Any other stop loss, it's wrong. And that's good news. You can improve your trading, everybody. You're an analyst still, you're not a trader, but you're trying to get to the understanding of direction, you know, right Max? You know, Max, Andrew, right? Yeah, we know each other, right? So, okay everybody? The understanding this is the skill prior to get what I'm going to tell you right now. If you don't get relevant highs and lows, if you didn't practice enough, send me an email, download the recording from previous lessons, okay, and watch it and rewatch it and practice. Okay, so are you ready to go to the market structure trends? And again, I prefer to use up market wave, Okay, now in an up market wave, okay, so rule number one. Rule number one. Every market every market structure, talking about the market wave. I prefer market wave not to confuse trends. Every market structure starts with an extension. Starts with an, yes, we are going to chart, Max, give me a second. There are beginners, new people here. Okay, so step by step. Every market structure starts with an extension, and then it goes into a retracement, and then it goes into another extension until it breaks the relevant low or high of the market wave, which we talk about market structure, right? Okay, everybody? Very slowly, we're going to talk about this today and tomorrow, okay? So in an up market wave, every market structure, market wave, starts with an extension. What does this mean? In an up market wave, you are going to see first an uptrend. The market is going to make higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, until one day, on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, daily chart, weekly chart, monthly, not necessarily, it's too big, the market is going to go into a retracement. So it's going to make now lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, until again continuation. One day on the 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, 15-minute chart, daily chart, weekly chart, not the monthly, is going to reverse the short-term trend and is going to go again into the next extension. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay? Now what you're looking at, it's called the market structure trends. Okay? But we're confusing the trends with the trends. So how we did solve the issue? I'm going to connect the low of the extension. I'm going to connect the low of the extension with the top of the extension. Alright, something like this. And I'm going to go, alright, from here to here, color orange. Now this is the up extension leg. Make sense? Boss, it's too many information. Download the recording, rewatch it a few times, don't freak out. We're at lesson number 4 and you're thinking, show me how to make money. It's going to take a while, But nonetheless, today we're working we're working on 1, 2, 3. We're going to chart the market wave. We're going to talk about how to enter the market wave, how to trade the market structure trends. You can put into your strategy. And number 3, you're going to understand price action. Okay, how it moves, why it moves. And going back to here, everybody, I'm going to connect the next high. I'm going to connect the top with the low. Okay, and then I'm going to connect this low to this high. And in doing this, everybody, the orange, it's what it's called the market structure trends. Make sense? Or the market wave, up market wave. And in doing this, everybody, the orange, it's what it's called the market structure trends. Make sense? Or the market wave, up market wave. Okay, everybody? Now, rule number 1, every market structure starts with an extension, goes into a retracement, and then it goes into another extension. Okay, everybody? Now, rule number 1, rule number 2. Rule number 2, the market in order to move, and this what is going to make you a great analyst first and then a great trader, is the understanding of how this market works. Stock market works the same, crypto market works the same, forex market works the same. The market, in order to move, it must wave, meaning the market must go into a retracement, and it must go into an extension, and of course star, of course, until it breaks. Does this make sense, everybody? Type in the chat, yes, makes sense, it does make sense. Type in the chat, YouTubers too, everybody, type in the chat, it makes sense, or no, it doesn't, explain again. This is the lesson, alright? I've told you last week, the first 10 lessons are the most critical, most important lessons of this course. But inside those 10 lessons, that's the lesson right now. Okay, it explains the nature of price action, it explains how the market moves, why it moves, it explains how we chart maybe in the wrong way, how we put the stop loss in the wrong place, how we chart, how we connect a non-relevant highs and lows. Hello Shantana, good morning, how are you? And Apostle Shantana, everybody, Shantana is in the Fibonacci mastery. Not easy, right, Shantana? But you're going to become, hopefully, you know, a Fibonacci master trader. Okay, everybody? So the market, in order to move, it must wave, meaning the market must go into retracement, and it must go into an extension, and so on and so on and so on until it breaks. Alright? Now, rule number 3, rule. Yes, Max, those are, thank you, Max. Everybody, Max corrected me. Boss, are those trading or charting rules? Charting rule, thank you, Max. Charting rule number 3. Okay. The relevant highs and lows in the market wave, market structure is the same vocabulary, market wave. The relevant highs and lows are the borderlines between retracements and extensions, everybody. Okay. Hello, Javen, how are you? Good morning, Javen, how are you? Great show, Javen. I'm going to call you later, okay? We're going to readjust the volume, okay? Everybody, the relevant highs and lows in the market wave are the borderlines between retracements and extensions, okay? Now, it's going to take some time, everybody, to understand that you have two patterns simultaneously, and you should not confuse those two patterns. This takes some time, okay? And it's a skill, alright? Now, very slowly, if I am charting, or if I want to get an understanding about the market wave, I'm going to look for relevant low, relevant high, relevant low, relevant high. Why is that? Because the relevant highs and lows in the market wave are the borderlines between the retracements and extension. Does this make sense? Javan says okay. Now, the problem, the challenge, not really a problem, but the challenge when you acquire the skill, everybody, is, oh, the market is up in here. How do I know that this high is relevant? Well, you really don't know. Make sense, everybody? And when I say I don't know, the question is, how do I know that this high is relevant? Then the next retracement it's coming, or is going to come. You as an analyst are trying to predict the future. So, well, I don't know. But in the future we're going to learn about support, resistance, pivot points, right? The convergences, just an example. So this would be the pivot point, whatever, then we can start as analysts, predict like, okay, there is a strong support, strong resistance, strong pivot point, so most likely, you know, this is going to happen. Trading tomorrow, Max. Max today, it's on, Max it's far, not on YouTube, everybody on the other stream platform. Max it's far up. Tomorrow is going to be more about trading. Today it's understanding of what it's market wave, market structure, trends, how it moves, the price action, you know. And now I'm up in here, so I don't know what is going to happen. I know as an analyst you're going to hear me talking about 1,000 times. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know that the retracement is going to come. Make sense, everybody? After an extension, a retracement must come. Why must? Because the market must wave. The market cannot wave otherwise, cannot go just straight up, you know, shoot up, 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 up. It doesn't work like this. Stock market the same, crypto market the same, Forex market the same. Agreed, everybody? This is a question like agreed? You know, the market, in order to move consolidation, uptrend, downtrend, chaos, pattern, wedge, it must wave. Agreed? Okay? So now that we're in extension, I don't know how it's going to happen, the dip, I don't know when it's going to happen, but the next retracement must come. Make sense, everybody? So how do I know that? Now let's start with the questions. You know, how do I know that the market is in an extension, or how do I know that the market is in a retracement, right? Yeah, right. I mean, it's all good. But how do I know that I'm in a retracement? You are going to spot a retracement when you are going to see a change in the short-term trend. Okay? So charting rule also could be trading, right? So charting slash trading rule, I am going to spot, meaning see, the start slash end of a retracement and or extension with the change in the short-term trend, which is the red color in here. That's why it's called market structure trends, everybody. Make sense? Charting trading rule, so it's number 3. Number 4. That's why it's called market structure trends, everybody. Charting trading rule number 4. I'm going to spot, understand, see the start or end of a retracement and or extension with a change in the short-term trend. Okay, everybody? So if I am up in here, you know, and I want to sell, okay, if I'm up in here and I want to sell, I need to wait what? For the market to stop making higher highs, higher lows, yes, you got it, and start to make lower lows, lower highs. Does this make sense? This, when the market makes lower low, lower high, when the market confirms the downtrend, then this is the confirmed retracement. Okay? Before you, exactly, this is where you lose money, because you speculate. You're an analyst, you're not a trader, and you're already speculating, I mean, you know. So you need to see lower, minimum 2 lower lows, 2 lower highs, okay? And those 2 lower lows, lower highs, that must break the highs and the lows. So in this example would be break the lows of the short-term trend. Does this make sense? Hello, Olga. A bit later, not a problem, Olga. Please download the recording, rewatch it a few times. I know I'm being boring, everybody. This is the lesson. Okay? I'm boring for JVN because JVN is advanced already, but You know, the first 10 lessons of this course are the most important lesson. Everything else is not going to work. You're going to struggle, not understand Fibonacci, price action, everything. But those inside those 10 lessons, this is the lesson. Okay? So charting rule number 4, I'm going to spot the start of the retracement when I'm going to see the change in the short-term trend. Alright, everybody, all good? Now, until now it was the good stuff. Now let's talk about the bad stuff, right? Any questions so far, everybody? Type in the chat. Alright, everybody, all good? Now, until now it was the good stuff. Now let's talk about the bad stuff, right? Any questions so far, everybody? Type in the chat. And everybody, if you have some friends, family from Nigeria, Javen, it's having the session in, not sure the Nigerian language, but whatever, you know, it's going to be. Okay, everybody, all good? Now, did you make the picture photo, everybody? Do you want to make pictures with the cell phone? Take a picture, everybody. Okay, everybody, all good? Okay, I'm not sure, like this. Did you make the picture photo, everybody? And maybe like this, right? My face is in between, as always. Do you want to make a picture, everybody? Picture photo. And then print it out, glue it somewhere to see, you know. Okay, everybody, type in chat done so I can move forward. This is the theory. Then we're going to talk about the bad news, the mistakes, and then we're going to go to charting. And tomorrow we're going to enter trades on the demo account, and we're going to do market wave trades, alright? So far all of those are, we are shorting the monthly bands, we're buying the monthly bands. This is the demo account. So we're going to trade this demo account for 1 year. Okay. Julie says ping in English, alright, thank you very much. So we're going to put in practice the Forex Course 1 concepts like, oh, is this really, does this really work or whatever, you know? Okay. Risk management, Max, it's more on the advanced course. Okay. Can I move forward, everybody? Type in the chat, please, YouTubers too. Olga, Shantana. Olga, by the way, Shantana, it's in the Fibonacci Mastery. If the two of you can are friends who can connect to each other, talk to each other. Shantana, tell the guys, how is the course? Is it easy, difficult, more or less? You know, there is a lot of information, too much information, you know. And we know, you know, it's a learnable skill. Marcus, yes. Marcus Mattia, it's a learnable skill, of course. And it's 4 weeks. 5 weeks too, if we need to answer questions, you know, it's 5 weeks. Doesn't really matter. Okay, everybody, now moving forward, let's talk about the bad news, which is how we as analysts, not talking about trades, we make mistakes, alright? So let's talk about this part in here. Okay. We've just learned that how do I know that the market is in a retracement, and we said, alright, it's going to be the change in the short-term trend. Okay. Now, question number 1. If I want to identify a retracement, should I be focused on the orange pattern or should I be focused on the red pattern? Type in the chat. Boss, can you repeat, please? If I want to spot and or trade the retracement, should I be focusing on the orange pattern? That's a pattern. Or should I be focused on the red pattern? The orange is the market wave, the market structure. The red one is the short-term trend. Type in the chat, everybody, what do you think? And I want to spot a retracement for various reasons. maybe I was entering the market in here. We're going to learn about the counter trend line break. Maybe I've entered in here buying the market unknowingly, whatever, got lucky, whatever. And now, you know, I don't want to give it all. So it's an example. I'm willing to give a portion of my profit back to the market, you know, a few pips, but I'm not willing to give all my money back to the market. Make sense? So this is why I'm interested. Oh, is a retracement coming? Does this make sense? If the retracement is not coming, then I'm going to, you have the cliche quotes, let the winner run, right? Let the winner run. And now it's making hard highs, hard lows, hard highs, hard lows, hard highs, let it run. But if the market changes, you know, it's go from hard highs to lower low, lower high, whatever, then maybe, just an example, I need to get out. Or I'm not even in the market and I'm planning to short the market. So it's common, it's a cliche quote, don't go against the trend, right? If I'm shorting an uptrend, low probability, right? I'm not even in the market and I'm planning. Javen is saying on the red pattern. Olga, what do you think? Shantana, what do you think? Mo, what do you think? Alexander, what do you think? David, what do you think? Low probability, right? Psy, what do you think? Who else is there? YouTube. Yeah, the other guys are right. It's on the other streaming platform. Paolo, Marcus, Max, Janice, Melissa. Who else is there? YouTube. Yes, YouTubers too. What do you think? So Javen says on the red pattern, exactly. On the red pattern, alright? Now, the rule says, where is the rule? Oh, right. So it's 3 and 4, okay. You have rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4. You have the rules, right? Right, something like this. Yeah, okay. Let's do it like this. You have rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4. Now, we are talking about the red, everybody. Low, and it happens. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Be very careful before you answer. And I want to hear from Chantana and Olga and Mo and David and Psy, the beginners or intermediate. Okay, think before you answer. Did we start a retracement? Is a retracement starting? Javen, wait for the others, especially on YouTube, everybody. I'm asking you, you are the teacher, I'm the student. Did the retracement start? Is the retracement confirmed? Yes or no? Don't be shy, we're here to learn. That's the lesson. Did the retracement start? Is the retracement confirmed? Yes or no? Don't be shy, we're here to learn. That's the lesson. Don't worry everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. So hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Shantana, hedge fund trader Mo, hedge fund trader Alexander, hedge fund trader Psy, hedge fund trader KJ. Don't worry everybody, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. And everybody else. So hedge fund trader Olga, hedge fund trader Shantana. Did the retracement start? Are we in a retracement, everybody? The relevant highs and lows are the borderlines between extensions and retracements, and I'm going to spot the start of a retracement with the change in the short-term trend, which is the red color. Retracement just started but not confirmed. Olga? And now Julius. Unleash the Julius, unleash the Javen. What do you think, everybody? Not yet confirmed. Olga? And now Julius. Unleash the Julius, unleash the Javen. What do you think, Julius? Everybody? Not yet confirmed. What do you think, everybody? And this way, this is the lesson. And acquiring, everybody, download the lesson number 1, number 2, number 3, now today it's number 4, and rewatch the sequence of the lessons. Okay? Those are the lessons, and specifically this today, it's the lesson. This is the foundation of price action. Everybody, retracement just started, but not confirmed, not yet confirmed. The answer is, so it's a little bit also vocabulary, okay? Don't get angry with me, okay? So, no, the retracement didn't start is the answer. Okay, everybody, so the answer is no. Okay? Me and you, we need to practice our spatial intelligence, everybody. Because in the advanced course, Shantana partaking in a few conversations with the advanced traders. Some of them are advanced, some of them are professional already, you know. I must practice and get rid of the issue that I need to get this to the skill that to understand relevant highs and lows. Okay? Now, let me be blunt and straightforward with you. The only place that you are going to say the retracement has started, it's when the market breaks this low in here. Okay? This is the only acceptable answer. If you are thinking, oh yes, but you are not thinking right. Makes sense? Oh, but it's making lower lows for highs. Yes, but those are not relevant. Okay? If you say, oh yes, but you are not thinking right. Why not? Because you are now, it's not uncommon, pat yourself on the back, it's not uncommon, but you are mixing apples with bananas. Does this make sense? This market, it's good news, this market has a logic, meaning it's common sense. But I need to be coachable and understand what is this strange guy they are trying to tell me. Make sense, everybody? So this is just theory, and then we're going to go to the charts. This is just theory, but I'm also learning that, okay, if the yellow one are relevant highs and lows on the market wave, on the market structure, then if I've charted correctly, then those are the relevant highs and lows on the short-term trend. Does this make sense? And the relevant high and low, it's one. You cannot have 5 relevant highs and lows in the same line. Make sense? As Chris said last time, you cannot eat a cake and leave it for later. You know, it's or you're going to eat the cake, or make sense? The relevant high and low on the short-term trend, it's 1. So this price action, it's not a retracement. Yes, this. No, it's not. Not on the red short-term trend. If you are thinking anything else, send me an email. You need help. I need to help you. I am willing to help. I'm looking for traders. Make sense, everybody? This understanding and being coachable enough to submit to, not to me, submit to the logic. That's a skill. Unless being, and I'm a reference on being stubborn and having a huge ego when it comes also in the advanced course talking about trading. I did everything wrong in the beginning. Didn't listen to the, before it was a boss, like I was in an institutional trader, it was the boss, the manager, but then going retail, I didn't listen to the coach, didn't listen to the mentor. Make sense? Trying to understand the logic, it's a skill. Okay, everybody? So even though you have 2 lower lows, 2 lower highs, but because, and this is common sense, right? That's the logic. And because it didn't break this relevant low on this specific pattern, then this disqualifies the retracement. Okay? I'm not going to ask you, do you agree with me? I'm going to ask you, does this make sense? Everybody, I'm going to drink a sip of coffee. Type in the chat, Olga and Shantana and Mo and Julius and Alexander and Chris if you're here, you know, and Psy, you know, and anybody else. Type in the chat. Does this make sense? And if it doesn't, type in the chat too. I'm trying to understand you, boss. Mike the FX boss, but it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, then we need to talk about the logic and so on. Boss, what's the question again? Does this make sense, Max? Is the question. Okay, then we need to talk about the logic and so on. Boss, what's the question again? Does this make sense, Max? Is the question. Okay, everybody. So we can make errors in charting on the market wave and oh, thank you for pointing out my mistake. We're here to learn, Shantana. There are no mistakes, just learned lessons learned, right? Olga says makes sense. Okay, everybody. Now let's go to this is euro dollar. Now we're going to go start with the weekly. Why? Because on the monthly you are not going to see the short-term trends, all right? Okay, everybody. Now so we are going to chart the market wave and the short-term trend, all right, everybody? Okay. Now this is the monthly. We need to find the. So zooming out, I have my. Remember, we are working with these lessons. We are working on 1, 2, 3. You're building your charts. Number 2, you're thinking how to put this into the strategy, and you're trying to understand how this market waves, how this market works. All right. So this is the upper band on euro dollar. FXCM, it's the data provider. This is the lower band, and I need to find the higher high, the absolute high, right? So I'm going to zoom in the chart, zoom in the chart, zoom in the chart. Okay. And we've learned lesson number 2, how to determine a high. So not to waste too much time. All right, that's the high. It's a center candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right with lower high values. So check. Okay. And now what am I looking for? All right. I'm going to connect highs and lows. Everybody, does this make sense? I'm looking for the short-term trend. Julius, make a lot of sense. Everybody, I know some of you are going to have, we're all humans, right? Some of you are going to have a difficult part because you are going to, homeostasis is going to say, oh, but I don't like it. Okay, so try to understand, when it comes the emotion, I don't like it, fight it. This market has a logic behind. Okay, this is what I can tell you. When I don't like it, I don't like what he's doing. It's not personal. I'm not doing anything special. The market has a logic. Okay, try to understand. Market has a logic when it comes to market structure trends. All right. Now I'm going to figure out. I'm going to chart the short-term trend. I'm going to chart the short-term trend. I'm going to pay attention not to get caught in non-relevant highs and lows. And if I'm going to do the job correctly as an analyst, then I'm going to have the correct market wave, right? And then the homework is until tomorrow, try to do 1 or 2 charts by yourself. Sounds good? Alright, so let's go, everybody. You have on TradingView, if you want, you have the magnet. So I'm going to go high to low. Now I must be skilled already on highs and lows. I can make also an error. So if you see, everybody, I don't have the time today to have fun with you guys, but I could put a high and low where it's not really a high and low, and you should spot it on the chart. Oh, boss, you made a mistake, boss. It's not a high or a low. So tomorrow maybe, not today. So high to low. Marcus, euro dollar weekly chart. High to low, low to high, high to low, everybody. Okay. Now I'm zooming. Alright, everybody. Now can you see what is happening right now? I've started from the only correct place. It's the monthly band. This is number 1. Now this was the first high. This was the first low. Getting out of the magnet. this was the second or first lower high, and this was the lower low. Those are, everybody, the relevant highs and lows on the downtrend on euro dollar weekly chart. So I'm looking at the chart, and now I'm seeing high to low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. So I'm seeing with the understanding that all of those highs and lows are exactly not relevant. Make sense? If I would short the market, stop loss goes above the high. Those highs and lows in between are not relevant. Make sense, everybody? Now, what happened in here, if I put a horizontal line, what happened in here, everybody? The market broke the downtrend. Can you see it, everybody? The market broke the downtrend. Yes? This high circle, it's higher than this high on the left. Yes? So, the market broke the downtrend. Logically, now, I must chart on, I must reverse the pattern, so we are not in a downtrend anymore. I must chart on an uptrend, right? So, where does the uptrend start? Well, I need to go back to here. If this is the top of the mountain and down this is the hill, how did we go from here to here? Well, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to chart highs and lows. So, low to high, high to low, low to high, higher low, right? Higher low, and then, yes, if you want, you can also do something like this, you know, if not too confused, like, okay, the downtrend, it's over, so get out of the relevant highs and lows, for you to see the relevant highs and lows now of the uptrend, right? And again, everybody, you are going to see low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, you know. So as you can see, everybody, a lot of those are not relevant, right? For the uptrend, agreed? Okay, why? Why not? Because the uptrend, it's a sequence of highs and lows, right? So if this is the low of the uptrend now, the market broke the downtrend, now I need to understand that, oh, I'm having my horizontal line, and, you know, here, so the next high of the uptrend must be higher than this high. Does this make sense? Yeah, rewatch the recording, it's going to take some time, alright? And, boss, but we have 1, 2, 3 highs. Which one is the relevant high of the uptrend? Great question. The relevant high is where then you see the market. Exactly, retracing. This is why in the previous lessons we talked about how the short-term trend, see, the short-term trend moves in the same way as the market wave. The short-term trend also has higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, lower highs, higher highs, higher lows. Does this make sense? Okay, all of the others are not relevant. Does this make sense, everybody? So, and now that you can see, everybody, if you move the chart forward, so talking about relevant highs and lows, and you say, alright, now 1, 2, 3 is going, it's making higher highs, higher. So starting from this is the first relevant high, you know, and where does the market change the short-term trend? So the orange, it starts here, high to low, low to high, high to low. Agreed, everybody? Okay, and if you move forward, you say, oh my gosh, now it broke the uptrend, talking about the red one, remember? The market broke the uptrend again. So the short-term trend, right, lower low, lower highs, higher highs, higher lows, the orange one are not relevant. Now the market broke the uptrend again, and start to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, because you can see, everybody, that here the market broke the downtrend, the low of the downtrend, agreed? Now, again, it's the same mentality. Alright, if we are down here and we started up in here, how did we come from here to down to here? Remember everybody, it was the same question. If we're up in here and we started down in here, how did we get from here to here? We said, well, we're going to chart the shortened trend. Alright? So I need to get back up in here, and I'm going to delete this one, and delete this one, and delete this one. Why? Because the uptrend doesn't exist anymore, and I'm going to chart the downtrend now. Okay? High to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. Not a low, be very careful, not a low. Low to high, and then in reverse. High to low, low to high. That's a high, but the next one it's not a low. Pay attention here. This was the previous lessons. A trend is a sequence. Be careful in here. Alright? So that's a high, but because the next it's not a low, you need to move to the next high. High, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high. So I'm connecting highs and lows, everybody. Okay, and moving forward. All right. So far, okay. So far, do we agree, or better ask, can you see everybody? Do we have a change in the shortened trend in here? Do we have a change in the shortened trend in here? Do we have a change? Can you see everybody? High to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low. Do we have a change in the shortened trend? Do we have a change? Type in chat yes or no if you believe. No, we don't have a change. So what I'm asking you in theory, can you see spatially the market waving from uptrend to downtrend? Can you see it spatially, everybody? No, we don't have a change. So what I'm asking you in theory, can you see spatially the market waving from uptrend to downtrend? Can you see it spatially, everybody? So if you say yes, I see the change in the shortened trend, then, I mean also here, right? Well, it's a bigger circle, you know. But so if you say yes, this was the low, this was the low, this was the lower low, and then this downtrend was broken and translated to the uptrend, and then this uptrend translates to a downtrend because the uptrend was broken. And this downtrend translates to an uptrend because the downtrend was broken, right? Boss, can you repeat please? Yes. Everybody, if I'm going too fast, type in the chat. YouTubers too, student traders on YouTube, type in the chat. Boss, slow down, man, come on. You're going too fast. Yes. Everybody, if I'm going too fast, I'm an analyst like you right now, and I'm charting. I'm trying to build my charts. I'm trying to figure out where is the market based on the market wave theory. Okay? Now, if I see a change, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it breaks the trend, it's broken. We are not in a downtrend anymore, we're in an uptrend. So I'm going to see higher high, higher low, higher high. Alright, so I'm seeing an uptrend. Basically what I'm looking here, it's a change in the short-term trend. Make sense, everybody? The uptrend is going to turn into a downtrend, and the downtrend is going to turn into an uptrend. This is what I'm looking for. So this uptrend then broken again translates into a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So if I can see, so this uptrend then, Pedro is asking, but you have only 2 lows and highs. Great question, Pedro. Everybody, applause to Pedro, by the way. There is, see everybody, this is when it becomes difficult because you might think, oh, but I don't like it. You must follow the rules. What are the rules? If there is a change in the short-term trend, even though it's only one. You must follow the rules. Thank you, Pedro. Everybody listen up. Pedro has a point. Alright. You are learning the rules of price action. Retracement starts is going to make lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it's going to make higher high, higher low, higher high. You have a new market wave. Make sense? You might not like it. Oh, but, and we have issues when you come to trading. Why? Oh, the market didn't retrace enough. You don't got to choose. You got to follow the rules. Make sense, everybody? Talking about trading and losing money when you're an analyst. Make sense? The rule states, once the market changed the short-term trend, thank you, Pedro, so it broke the relevant low on the red pattern, made two lower lows, minimum two lows, two highs, when the second low it's a lower high, second low it's a lower low. This retracement is check confirmed. Does this make sense? Oh, but it didn't retrace enough. It's going to retrace more. You don't get to choose and you're speculating. Those are the rules. How I'm going to see the change in the, where does the retracement start? Change in the short-term trend. Two lower lows, two lower highs. Minimum. Could be more, but at the minimum. How do I know that the new extension starts? Change in the short-term trend. Low, high, low, high. Confirmed downtrend. Confirmed uptrend. Those are the rules. You might not like it, analyst, but if you want to partner up in the future and work for maybe for Costa Capital or Darwinex or Morris Capital or Dukascope in itself, those are the rules. Make sense? I'm not going to put my name for those guys and the owners and the managers, you know. Javen comes crying, oh, I want to work with... Just an example, right? Oh, I want to work, please put me in Dukascope. Not if you don't obey the rules. Not unless you subject yourself to the logic of the market. Make sense? It's nothing wrong. We're all human. You say, oh, well, I might not like it, but those are the rules. Does this make sense? If you follow the rules, this is the institutional trader knowledge, for God's sakes. It's not easy to understand, but it makes sense. Until you follow the rules, Shantana in the Fibonacci Mastery, and Jay Van Shantana, you know each other, everybody, you know, until you follow the rules and you lose. From the institutional trader standpoint, the company, they're going to say, that's alright, don't judge yourself, you've done your job. What is the job? Follow the rules. But if you invent the hot water, even if you make money on I don't like it, that's alright. This market, everybody, this profession, it's 90% mental, emotional. Make sense? Then you're going to have problems. How many of you can relate to this? How many of you can relate to this? Hands up. Boss, I'm trying hard, I'm really trying hard for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years plus, and I'm not making it. How many of you can relate to this? But after this conversation, you need to understand, yeah, it's true, you know, I'm inventing hot water. I'm not consistent because I'm always changing something. I'm changing setups, I'm changing charts, I'm changing indicators, I'm changing strategies, and I'm not following the rules, and I'm mixing everything in mixing up. How can I get consistency? True or true, everybody? Type in the chat. And spread this message to your friends and family. If you know other traders, you know, talk about this show, this course, it's for free. Help them out. Alright, everybody? So thank you, Pedro, you know. We are here, right? And Pedro was asked, well, but it's just made 2 lower lows. You don't get to choose. I keep breaking the rules, I'm wrong on it. Pat yourself on the back. In the advanced course, Shantana, you are going to learn about homeostasis. It's not your fault, believe me. Not your fault. In the advanced course, everybody. So being in the Forex course 101, try to learn the first part is just technicals. It's technical. Okay? Have an open mind. Think about the logic. This is the market phase. Forex course 2 it's the money phase. Okay? But breaking rules, it's not uncommon. Peters on the back. Trying to get better. Boss, what is homeostasis? Homeostasis, it's in advanced course. It's the innate drive to stay the same. It's the programming of the trader. It's a science. It's all science based. Okay, it's not voodoo magic. It's science based, and it says that you do have a subconscious mind. And even if you think you want to be a millionaire, 50% of your psychological makeup want to stay in the comfort zone, in the known. Alright? This is difficult to swallow, like oh yeah, it's like this. In the beginning, traders tend to reach, oh, this is all psychology. I mean, in the known. You are going to cry back to me, oh boss, what's wrong with me? I know what I should do, but I'm not doing it for one strange reason. I'm not doing it. Welcome to homeostasis land. Okay, everybody, so just in conclusion, right? I know what I should do, but I'm not doing. Now, with this understanding, I'm going to chart the market wave. Remember we told that everything starts with extension. So down extension, retracement, lower low down extension. Alright, so let's color code this in a second. What? Violet maybe? Violet and... Okay, so the... yeah, maybe not violet. Boss, I cannot see it. Give me a second. Blue, yellow maybe? Yellow, can you see it? Yellow? Blue, alright. Light blue, okay. Okay, everybody? So, relevant high on the market wave, relevant low on the market wave, relevant lower high on the market wave, relevant lower low on the market wave. Alright? Now, if I chart the market wave now like this, is this correct, everybody? From the vertical line to the right. From the vertical line to the right, is the market wave correct, everybody? Type in the chat, yes or no? Is this correct, everybody? From the vertical line to the right. From the vertical line to the right, is the market wave correct, everybody? Type in the chat, yes or no? If you have friends that are losing, tell them about this course, like David has a friend, you know, and David told the friend, oh, short stop doesn't work. If you have friends that are losing, and even if it's a short stop, it must go on the pattern trade, and the friend doesn't listen. Tell them about this show, these sessions, this course, so I can talk to the guy live and ask questions. Julius, what do you think? Is this from the right, from the vertical line on the right, is this the correct market wave, everybody? Don't worry, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Type in chat, yes, it's right, or no, it's not right. Julius, what do you think? Is this from the right, from the vertical? There is no right or wrong. Is this the correct market wave, everybody? Don't worry, I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Type right. Yes, it's right or no? Right. Max, not right. There is no right or wrong. Pedro, not right. Melissa, not right. 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 Jenny's right. Max, not right. Oh, YouTube, no. Not right. Applause to Julius. No, it's not right. Why not? Melissa, not right. Because the everybody download the lesson, okay? Right. Promise yourself you're going to watch it minimum 3 times. Not in one day. Why not? Rewatch this lesson, Shantana, no congratulations. The market wave, similarly to the trend, it's a sequence. The next low must be a lower low. So, I'm going to keep charting the short-term trend, everybody. I'm going to keep charting. See, if I move this horizontal line down to here, See how I can make a mistake on the market wave? And see how easy, when it comes to trading, how easy is to lose money, everybody, because you are trading noise. See how easy to lose money? If you would just put the stop loss in the correct place, learning patterns and put the stop loss, this is going to increase the probabilities for 80%. What I just said is statistically proven. Not just me, everybody, every institution. Call them. Invite the guy or the girl to take a cup of coffee and ask them, is it really true if I put the stop loss in the right pattern is going to increase 80% my trading? And they would say, yes. This is science, everybody. When a beginner trader, an analyst, learns patterns have rules, learns how to put the stop loss in the correct place, which is on the pattern, the probability of trading goes whoop, up to 80%. Okay? This understanding, it's a skill. Study the charts. So long story short, everybody, euro dollar, we're over time, right? Where is the next low? Down in here is the next low. Can you see it, everybody? Only now that the market come down to here, only and only now, you can say now, only now, this lower high, now, yes, it become a relevant lower high, and this is the relevant lower low. So I'm going to connect the two, low to high, high to low. See how it goes? Bam! Why is this important? If you would short the market wave as a pattern, stop loss must go up in here. Just an example. So long story short, everybody, we're going to cover more this tomorrow. Long story short, high to low, low to, everybody give me a second. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how to readjust, right? So here is another, that's the high, that's the low, and this low, it's lower low compared to this low. This for tomorrow, okay? So we're going to readjust down to here. You've learned why in the trend a market wave, it's a sequence of highs and lows. So after the low I must have a high, right? Agreed, everybody? I must have a high. So if I take this high and then I take this low, what about this high? Make sense? I must readjust the low, and then I'm going to connect low to high, high to low. Okay? And you can right click and sync in layout if you want. Sync in layout. This is the only appropriate market wave. And if we did the correct job, everybody, then I should spot correctly on the monthly too. Did we do the correct job on the monthly, everybody? Type in the chat. Yes, we did a great job. High to low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Type in the chat. Yes, we did a great job. Lower low. This is the only correct market wave for the monthly and the weekly. Daily it's a different story. Tomorrow, every time frame has its own market wave, market structure, has its own short-term trends. Okay? Especially in here, everybody, see how easy it is to lose money in between, trading highs and lows that are not relevant. Can you see it? Okay, everybody, the market wave on euro dollar, oh, but the euro dollar is going up. Yes, the euro dollar is going up. It made a lower low, now it made a higher high. The market wave, professional traders don't speculate, we trade from what we see. The market wave pattern, it's not the only one, but the market wave pattern is down. Okay. And talking about trading tomorrow, the deeper the retracement, the higher the chance of a reversal. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. See you tomorrow. Download the recording, rewatch it. Promise yourself, not my life is not going to change. Your life could. Promise yourself to rewatch this recording, study the charts, chart the market wave, and send me emails. Alright? Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade the charts like a business. Never forget, you are the boss.